Hello viewers. Welcome to Best Product Review. Today, we are here with some of the best travel laptop that work quite good. You can also find their details like major features and options in our buying guide to easily differentiate between them. This will allow you to buy the perfect laptop for your needs. If you want more information and updated pricing on the product mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description below. Oh yes, since you're a new channel, don't forget to subscribe to us, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification, as it will help us grow. So let's get started with the video. Number 5. Acer Laptop. The Acer Aspire 5 is easily one of the best notebooks under $700 in the market, regardless of the usage patterns and individual preferences. Despite being an affordable clamshell notebook, it still manages to house a good plethora of specs. Despite being an integrated graphics, Intel UHD graphics can still handle a few mid-range games at 720p presets. The 64-bit memory bus associated with the GPU is good enough for basic. As far as system memory is concerned, the Acer Aspire 5 stacks 12GB DDR4 RAM, which is good enough for basic multitasking. As far as storage support is concerned, you get hold of a 512GB SSD module. The existing storage unit is good enough for booting up the Windows 10 Home OS in a heartbeat whilst retrieving files and datasets sans stutters. The 15.6-inch screen on offer is nothing short of a spectacle, with Acer exhibiting an overall resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. Number 4. LG Travel Laptop. The latest 2-in-1 from LG IE. The LG Gram 14 is one of the best lightweight laptops for traveling that have been launched in 2020. While the notebook size stands perfectly between the conventional 15-inch models and the 13-inch ultra-portables, it is the battery life that allows you to travel to extremely remote locales without worrying about the adapter. As far as the processing meat is concerned, the quad-core Intel Core i7-10510U chipset is a standard yet affable inclusion. Although the low-power U-series SoC seems a bit underpowered for high-end tasks, the turbo frequency of 4.9 GHz ensures that it can hold its own even when complex processes are to be handled. While the Gram 14 misses out on a discrete GPU, the Intel UHD graphics support is more than adequate for casual online games and on-the-move photo editing. This LG Gram 14 edition is also loaded with a lot of system memory. While the 16GB RAM is barely tested during trips, you can consider deploying the same for advanced levels of multitasking, especially in your professional domain. Next in line is the 1TB storage drive, precisely segregated as two 512GB SSD modules. Number 3. Apple Laptop. For Apple MacBook loyalists, the new and improved MacBook Pro 13 is probably the best travel-friendly laptop to consider. While you can always go for the 16-inch version, the 13-inch Pro is more travel-friendly, courtesy of the lightness of form and other productivity-enhancing specifications. Apple persists with a standard Apple's M1 8-core processor, which is best known for the lower TDP levels and the reliable base speed clock of 3.2 GHz. For moderate to even demanding usage, the existing CPU feels like an extremely resourceful entity, due to the new M1 chip architecture. As far as graphics are concerned, the integrated 8-core graphics is efficient enough to handle casual games and run daily computing errands with ease. Unlike some of the more adventurous computers on the list, the MacBook 13 persists with 8GB of DDR4 RAM. When it comes to storage, the 512GB SSD is adequate and even speeds up the boot-up process involving the macOS Big Sur. The MacBook 13 scales beyond any competition, despite featuring a smallish, 13.3-inch screen. Number 2. HP Travel Laptop. The HP Envy is not your conventional gaming laptop, but a trend-setting resource that banks on portability and unmatched productivity. While the price tag isn't for the faint-hearted, HP certainly justifies every buck you spend on this laptop. As far as processing prowess is concerned, The Intel Core i7-10510U chipset calls the shots and allows you to be adequately productive. While the processor exhibits the highest possible turbo clock speed of up to 4.9 GHz, a basic traveler isn't expected to make the most of this attribute. However, the CPU makes an impression if you are looking for a professionally responsive laptop that isn't just a travel-friendly product. The HP Envy also houses a mid-range graphics card that works in tandem with the processor. The NVIDIA GeForce MX 250 GPU with Turing-based entity has 4 GB of VRAM integrated within. The processing conglomerate readily qualifies it as a decent gaming notebook, provided you want to indulge in some mid-range titles while traveling. While the dual-channel 16 GB RAM is overkill for basic travelers, it can cover a majority of your professional requirements even outside the globetrotting arena. Number 1. Asus Laptop. The Asus ZenBook 15 is certainly one of the more reliable 4K travel laptops to purchase, considering the productivity-centric attributes and a decent enough spec sheet. Besides, it is the display that stands out and is perfectly assisted by the innovative touchpad and Asus's proprietary ErgoLift design. Asus takes good care of the professional, personal, and other trivial tasks with the Intel Core i7-10510U CPU. Despite being a low-power processor, the U-series processing entity is capable of reaching the maximum clock speed of up to 4.9 GHz. In case you would be primarily using this as a travel laptop, the featured 10th Gen CPU is expected to be more than enough, especially for the moderately demanding tasks. As far as graphics support is concerned, the ZenBook 15 accommodates a mid-range GTX 1650 Max-Q GPU, clubbed with 4 GB of VRAM. While the graphics card is more than capable of managing in-flight games and other leisure indulgences, it even covers you for the more demanding work-related tasks. Besides, the Max-Q variant is slightly underpowered compared to the GTX 1650 graphics card, thereby emanating lesser heat. Memory allocation takes center stage with it featuring 16 GB of integrated RAM and a sizable yet fast, 512 GB solid-state drive module. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like this unbiased review. And please don't forget to subscribe us to get the news of upcoming reviews. Stay tuned.
Fuck her in the Benz.